that Joseph mentioned vice captaincy. We had a new captain today, Palmer. I don't know if it's our new captain that led us to win 7-0. Did you guys see any effect from Captain Palmer today? What do you think about Palmer being the captain? Does he have leadership traits? And then do you think like captains need to have that aura around them? Like,
My first thought when I saw Palmer as captain is Chelsea's rebuilding, and Chelsea's building on players that are committing to a long-term future to stay at the club. So I'm thinking they're also revising the structure of the club. So more like James would be the captain, and Palmer might be the vice captain because Palmer, on the surface of things, he has nowhere to go. If he wants, unless he wants to leave England, it doesn't look like a player that Arsenal will sign. It doesn't look like a player that Liverpool will sign. I'm serious, like because it's not like he's already playing in a big club. Now, if he goes to like Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U now, he's now going to start fighting for shirt and space. Right now at Chelsea, he knows that so long as he's in form, he gets the shirt. Now, so and if I were him as well, so I would commit long term to Chelsea. The club is young, he can become a Chelsea legend easily. He
okay,
has the
wait, wait.
policies to
I don't
do
want
that.
to forget something you said. You said that Chelsea's rebuilding and they want to commit, but everyone right there has a long-term contract. But from what I'm trying to understand, why Palmer? Like, there's nobody in
And,
that team that doesn't have a
and,
long-term contract. So,
and no, no, it's not about the contract. It's about the will you be a player that want to force a move?
also Palmer is one of the players unlikely to want to force.
Unlikely to force a move. He's British.
But
He's
then Diaz
unlikely
is one
going.
of the only players that we are seeing United is linked to, like of all the players we have, right?
No, it's the person, so they can link it to him. I do look like so for example, the foreign players, Cucurella and Co, all are talking about going to back to Spain, things like that, and they are the senior players in the team. Also, too, there's Pedro Neto who will also be judged in that category as well too. Then you now have what are the rest of senior players in Chelsea? That's all.
Until Tosin
Okutosin. Why are you forgetting Okutosin?
Tosin is just old. He's not considered a Chelsea. He's like a backup defender. So
I said, bro.
it's not.
Caicedo is another player as well too, but also too, we don't know what's also happening as well too with Caicedo as well because there's something that I don't we don't know what's happening with Caicedo as well too. But that's what I'm saying. The moment I saw Palmer as captain, I was like, Chelsea is thinking long term on who players might
You
less
don't
likely.
think this
Yeah.
is Liam's decision? You think this is the board that told him
I think
to?
this is a club. I'm saying that I'm thinking they are thinking of the leadership of the team as going forward. Who are those that we think we can depend on a longer term?
Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
too
it's
much.
just a, I think it's just a, how would I say it now? Like giving your best player, like forcing your best player to grow up, kind
Mm-hmm.
of situation. Like sometimes you just give your best player captain
Mm-hmm.
armband for a game.
Yeah,
If
exactly. For
if
one
Reese
game.
was on the pitch, he won't be captain.
No,
If Enzo was on the pitch, he won't be
Captain.
captain.
Which is
Oh, no.
captain.
Okay, good, Michael.
No,
This
I
is
mean
Enzo
Palmer won't be
United captain.
captain if Reese
Okay,
was on the pitch.
Michael's thinking makes sense, but I'm like, does it work like even in management and leadership? Should it work that way? Because for me, Palmer does not have that air of leadership around him. He's a
Yeah,
good
but
player. He likes, he can score goal. Like he doesn't. He seems nonchalant. Like that's the energy he brings.
okay,
So for me,
so
and I would ask everybody who, if you were Liam, what would you have done? And I'm not even thinking this is. I'm thinking this is just sport. There's nothing wrong with James. He just signed a long-term contract. Maybe Enzo
James
vice
is still the
captain.
captain.
Today I would have given a Pedro Neto the captain and band because unless maybe the only reason I'm thinking like maybe Liam did it, maybe the disciplinary issues, but Neto brings more of like a leadership vibe. Like today from that first 11, I don't know why I didn't give Tosin. Maybe because Tosin doesn't play regularly. I don't like Tosin as a player, but for that leadership, Tosin still gives something like a leader compared to Palmer. Joseph even says Sanchez. Like even like I would even take Sanchez over Palmer in terms of lead. I don't know when you're
well,
looking at the captain, what do you look at? Look at somebody that can get the
we can
players
also
going.
say there is a length of time at the club,
Yeah, I
because
was
I think
about
only
to say that.
Fofana on that 11 is older than Palmer in the club. That's in has been there longer. Only Fofana. So
Chaluba,
I don't. I
Chalobah
just
is
feel like it's
out
just
now.
giving your best player a chance to
Which makes
be
sense.
the captain. I don't think it's
I
that
think
deep.
it's deeper than that, though. I don't
No,
Yeah,
think it's
no,
that
it's
no.
straightforward.
I don't think I just think it's a one-off game and that's it. And
Yeah,
Mm.
even
yeah.
Liam hasn't been at the club long enough to assess the players to know okay. So maybe from training and everything in the dressing room, Palmer is the one player that he seems to be able to confide in. And then we are thinking about this Spanish agenda. This player has fallen
For
out.
me, that agenda
Eh,
is big. It's a big
well,
one.
so that may be a reason why he might have given it to Palmer, someone he can trust.
There's a
Maybe
loyalty
because
issue.
I get what you are
Because
saying. Because I'm the way I'm looking at it is Enzo's influence will also spread to the likes of Caicedo and
Caicedo,
and all
you
of that.
already
Even
punished
Sanchez
Sanchez. You
possibly.
already first person he punished was Sanchez, Spanish. Then we have Enzo, Spanish speaking. Then we have what's it called, Cucurella.
And now
Then
Caicedo.
Caicedo has been overlooked for captain man. Then Pedro. These are all
No,
the
forget
same.
Pedro. Pedro is not
No, I'm just
is
saying. I'm,
not a
I'm
captain
saying that like
material.
these are
Caicedo was
all.
not even on the. He
I'm
was
saying
not on
these
the
are
pitch at
all the
all.
same. These are
I
all the
don't think
same. You know, see. So the reason why that thing came to my mind was PSG. When Pochettino was at PSG, they had the South Americans versus the European Alliance in PSG, whereby the Europeans feel that the South Americans are the poch boys, and that created a big problem in PSG.
But Liam stayed long enough to have English boys and South American Enzo boys, Spanish boys.
My thought process is that dropping Sanchez created a Sanchez allies because all this started after Sanchez was dropped. By the way, all this drama started
This
after Sanchez
show
was
is
dropped.
everywhere because of
As this theory,
It's
this
not left to be
theory is
proven.
not
That's my
so.
hypothesis. It's not left to us to test and prove
I
it.
didn't
We
even
have
think
to
about
follow this one.
that one.
All this started after Sanchez was dropped, and football has parapol. They have like
No, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, again, I'm beginning to buy that idea of, okay, maybe he wants to English, he wants to have his own, he trusts the English
his
players
own
and
people.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. That's quite
Yeah, but
unfortunate.
that's a stupid thing for a
Very
coach to
stupid,
do.
very, very stupid.
Very, because I don't think it's true, but it's a very stupid thing for a coach because football is way too global now. There's probably one guy deep south in South America, in Nigeria, that is like your best, Estavao, for example. So what now? You now decide, no, you want to start dropping Estavao. A Spanish speaker is probably your best young talent. I don't think
because I
it's
know Odegaard is Arsenal's captain because of he's the most technical player we have, and he speaks everybody's language.
For
So
sure, but
Odegaard can
there's
speak to
no
everybody.
conspiracy, there's no
No, I'm
lack
saying
of.
Odegaard can speak to Odegaard as a language. The same way Granit Xhaka was captain as Arsenal too.
Odegaard
He
can
can
speak
communicate.
French.
Yep.
Oh,
Also too, Granit Xhaka as well too can communicate with everybody too. He has,
yeah,
or let me say,
yeah. He's Swiss.
they are
That makes
multilingual.
sense. Yeah, but I
Then we
don't
have
think
our
Odegaard
coach
could
as
speak
well too
French.
can speak 6 languages.
Okay.
So we know that. So that's why the Palmer does not like Chelsea is multilingual. So Palmer that is a strictly English boy, I don't
Apart from
know.
the language, but Palmer doesn't seem like a
That's
leader.
what I'm saying. Like so,
Where I'm
that's why
able to feel like,
Yeah,
okay,
but
so
it,
for you
conspiracy
guys, if you guys were in Liam's position, who would you have given the armband to?
Palmer.
Really? Even
yeah,
after
probably
criticizing the fact that he doesn't
The
have
dressing
any
room is
leadership there.
divided.
it's a one-off game. I think I'll give it to
Even I'll
Palmer.
give him the vice captain to James comeback. The dressing room is divided already. Obviously, if you say it's not divided, we are all joking and deceiving ourselves.
That's Joseph. You'd also give Palmer if you're in Liam's
no, I
position.
wouldn't have given it to
Who would you
Palmer.
give?
Me?
I
I'm
said
Joseph.
going to give it to
Sanchez. I'll
Pedro
probably.
Neto now. I'm going to give
I
him
would.
that.
Sanchez
I
that
would.
is playing because Jejison is injured.
I will give it to Sanchez, but I
Remember,
guess
we're saying it's a one.
I'm just saying Sanchez that is playing just because the favorite keeper is injured.
I don't think that is accurate. I think he has gone back to playing Sanchez, but we'll
No,
find out when
Yes,
Jorgensen
no,
I
comes
no,
back.
agree with
no.
Hmm?
Joseph. I agree
I
with
don't think
Joseph.
so.
Did you see
He
how
I think we're
poorly
overreading
Jorgensen
into this
was
game, in
against
our opinion.
PSG? Why would he still keep him on?
Jejison is injured. He
Yeah,
was poor the first leg. He still played him the second leg.
no, he didn't play him. It was Sanchez
Sanchez
that
He
played
played.
the
played the
second
second
leg.
leg.
Sanchez
What are you
played the
talking
second
about?
He
leg.
was injured for the second leg. He's been injured.
I don't
So we
think.
can't say he's
Well,
been injured.
when
Sanchez
Jorgensen
have played
comes back,
second
we will
leg.
find out, sir.
We'll see. Yeah.
Exactly. We put an end to these conspiracies.
No.
There's too many
I feel that
conspiracies.
Chelsea will start buying non-Spanish speaking players very soon. With
Why? Because of
Liam,
Liam?
that's my bias. That's my conspiracy theory.
Because of Liam? We don't even know how long
No,
Liam's going to be in the
like, and it's not because of Liam, by the way. Like, I feel that so they're like for clubs, there are players you buy for long-term purpose. There are players you buy for purpose of resale. Like in case I feel Chelsea will now be banking more on players like that are less likely to. It happens in football club.
So
Players
what?
that are less migratory. That you know that you can bank on them for 5 years
So
like
that means we're
that.
going to stick to only English players.
No, maybe more strictly more European based players a lot more than South African players are very migratory. They don't have loyalty. It's where the money comes. Whoever comes with the money, they are gone.